Invincible Season 3 is well on its way, and we're getting some of that juicy character development. But nothing quite says character development like getting a bunch of people that you vibe with, putting yourself into a very cramped bathroom, locking the door, and lighting up your imagination with some vivid storytelling and deep conversations. I thought it was the perfect opportunity to go over some of the characters from the show, pick out which ones I want to lock myself in a bathroom with, and start a rotation, quote unquote. I still don't know if I'm allowed to say blunt on YouTube. I still don't know if I'm allowed to say blunt. So obviously we're going to keep the heavy hitters to the end, but we're going to have to start with a big one. We're going to have to start with a banger, that being Rex Splode, baby. When this show first started, I wasn't really a fan of him because he's like cheating on bitches, and like that's just not cool. That's just not a cool thing to do to bitches. And he's just kind of arrogant. I don't like people that are arrogant, obviously. So I wasn't really feeling him at first. Season 2 though, dude, his entire squad got wiped. He loses a hand, gets the shit beat out of him, gets shot in the head, and then still pulls out the 3v1, bro. And he's pulling baddies. I mean, he cheats on him, but he's pulling baddies, so maybe he can like give me some game. Not that I need it or anything. I could pull like twice as many as him. He's just too arrogant. But we'll either get along really well, or not saying like I feel like he's still in my spotlight. Like not saying that I think he'll like one up me, but like there's a good chance I'll feel that way. I'm still gonna put him in I'm still gonna put him in because like worst comes to worst, I can just kick him out. Sure, he might explode the blunt. I don't know, he usually has that shit under control. He pulled out the 3v1 after all. Although Rex is pretty self-explanatory, this next pick is where it's gonna get a little bit more spicy. And before I continue, I just have to say, spoilers obviously for season 1 and 2. Probably should have put that before I said Rex got shot in the head. And also, spoilers for like the beginning of season 3. I haven't finished it yet because it's not out, but you get the gist. So we're gonna go with the Mauler Twins, and I don't want arguments in my household. So if we're doing this in my house, that's gonna be some points deducted against them. I don't even know if my fours can sustain their weight, honestly. They're some pretty big boys. They got a good personality, they have a good dynamic, they have a good rapport, they have a good back and forth. I'm gonna have to pass for the Mauler Twins personally.
Hold up, you fucking up the rotation. Puff, puff, yeah.
Maybe one of them, but
puff, puff, yeah.
That might even just cause a bigger problem.
Fucking up the rotation.
So actually none of them. I'm gonna go with no for the Mauler Twins. But I would say yes for the Mauler Twins if I had this next legit on my side, that being Oliver, aka Kid Omni-Man. Asking me if I want Kid Omni-Man in the rotation is basically asking me if I want King Von in the rotation. I call him Kid King Von, dude. This dude is a menace, a certified crash out. This YN, you don't want to be anywhere near him this side of Chicago. I didn't know the Grayson household was on O Block, okay? This is fucking insane. This dude, not only can he fight at like the age of like 2, dude killed the Mauler Twins, dude, who took out the entirety of the Guardians of the Globe and fucking Invincible. Crazy. Killed one on accident, ripped his entire body out. And then the other one was begging for his life like Sentinel Prime in Dark of the Moon. Bro did not give a fuck. He had Abraham Lincoln watching him. Bro did not give a fuck, dude. Lies to his mom? Dude, I don't want this kid anywhere near my house. You guys already know I don't do illegal things with minors, but the thing is, this kid is like, biologically he'll be like 21 in like 2 days. So because he's like aging like Benjamin Button, but backwards and just fast. So yeah, I don't want this kid in the rotation. So I'm not the biggest fan of Seth Rogen, but I wouldn't call myself a Seth Rogen hater. So we're gonna talk about Alan the Alien, alright? Now he ain't no Paul, another alien voiced by Seth Rogen, and one of the best films of all time. Like honestly, the best film of all time, I can't even lie. Just look at this scene right here.
You guys partake?
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier.
Somebody say cinema? Anyway, Alan is pretty cool. You know, I have a good friend named Alan. He's pretty cool. I know he's been in the show a lot, but I don't have that much of a connection with him yet. And I don't know if I just kind of turn my brain off every time he's on screen, but like, call me crazy, but I don't have a reason to care about him yet. That being said, absolutely, I love Seth Rogen. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, that being Elephant. I don't even know if he's in the show yet, but he's in the comic, and I just wanted to make the elephant in the room joke. So because I kind of used him for that, I feel like obligated to put him in at least maybe. Let's talk about the uncomfortable subject in the room, and that's Immortal. I know you freed the slaves, bro. Like, I know you're Abe Lincoln. If you don't know, Abraham Lincoln wasn't necessarily a non-racist, I guess. Here's a quote from him. Something along the lines of, we'll free the slaves, but they ain't staying here, buddy. They ain't staying here. Kind of an odd way of thinking. So he's a superhero, I guess. The Immortal, alright? Despite dying like 4 times canonically. This dude is the only person in the show with a negative KD ratio, like by far. Has not won a single fight in the entire show. Has lost every single time he threw a punch. And also he's kind of dating a... Let me look up Kate's age. Dupli-Kate graduated high school. She met Abraham Lincoln, and she cheated on her boyfriend to sleep with Abraham Lincoln, and now they're engaged, and it's just a little weird. So sorry, I'm like actually deeply invested in trying to find her age. They're kind of hiding it from the public. She is at least 18 because she graduated high school, so it's not the weirdest thing, but it's pretty much the second weirdest thing. Like, age gaps are one thing, but let me look up how old Immortal is. So Immortal is 2000, dating an 18 to 20 year old. So the rule that I like to go by is half your age plus 7. So if you're 36, half your age 18, the lowest you can go 25, right? Pretty fair. I think that's fair. 2000? Let's just do some quick maths here. 2000, half of that is 1000 last time I checked, plus 7. I don't think that's anywhere near 20. I didn't pass math with a AB honor roll, but it's just not right to me, right? And you did free the slaves, but you also wanted to send them back to where they came from, and that's just a fate worse than death. So Immortal, maybe I'll win a fight and I'll put you in maybe, but for now, nah. Might as well do Dupli-Kate while we're here. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. It would be kind of weird if she's in the rotation with Rex though, right? I feel like I would have to pick one or the other. And she would also probably be one of the people who insist she brings her boyfriend, which just kills the vibe for everybody. So I'm gonna say no.
Wait.
Also gonna say no to Rudy. I know he's like an adult in a little kid's body, so he's not technically a minor, but still weird. Plus I read the comics, I know what he does. Plus he's in love with a 13-year-old girl. I know she's 25. Okay? Still kind of weird. I like the robot, but he controls the robot, so I kind of have to pick one or the other there. So I'm gonna say no to Rudy. We might as well do a monster girl while we're here. I know she's 25, alright? But if I'm smoking with what looks like a 13-year-old girl, that's just not a real good look for me. And I kind of have like a reputation to uphold, so the comic version she gets fixed, spoiler alert. Maybe then I would. But then again, she's probably gonna want to invite Rudy. And so I'm gonna put her in maybe. Let's just get some rapping ones out of the way. Shape Smith, probably not. Black Samson, probably not. Bulletproof, that goes unsaid. Darkwing, no. Drinking Ray, nah, she's just gonna talk to me about like science and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. And then this guy, I think his name's Donald. I don't know. It looked like he's never smiled in his goddamn life, and he's had like 32 of them. He like just keeps coming back to life because Cecil won't let him die. Yeah, I would feel obligated to. You know what I mean? I would feel obligated to, as long as he wasn't spying on me for this next guy, Cecil. You know what? this is controversial, okay? Cecil's right. In the new season, if you're watching it, he's 100% right. Mark had no reason to have that Black Air Force One energy against him. Not only did he save your life, he saved the life of every single superhero on Earth who failed to stop Doc Seismic. Oh, here's Doc Seismic, by the way. Put him down there. Fuck no, that dude's weird. What? Like, that's kind of, it's kind of crazy that you're going, yeah, sure, he's working with villains, right? But Darkwing seems fine. Plus, he was a good guy before he kind of went crazy anyway. He's like wanting to change, right? And I don't see the problem with taking a guy who's in prison, right? Like, he's going to be in prison. He's still in prison, but he's just using his mind to help save the world? Like, it's not like he's free to go to Panera and get an avocado toast, okay, whenever he wants to. Like, he's still in prison, Mark. Like, what, like, do you not believe in reformation? I think that the whole point, right, is that he's starting to sound more like his dad, and Cecil's kind of in the right, but he's the main character. It's framed like he's in the right, but, like, all these people watching the show should get that. I don't understand how they're actually siding with Mark on this one. That being said, I'm not smoking with Cecil. I just wanted, like, I'm on his side, but I'm not smoking with him. We gotta talk about the biggest baddie in the show, Debbie. Yeah, she actually seems pretty fun to smoke with, not gonna lie. But I wouldn't want her in the rotation. I would want a one-on-one with her specifically. But that's only if her husband, bam, Omni-Man, is in space or whatever, or dead. I don't, as long as he's not in the picture, okay? Because dude, this guy is the Viltrum Grim Reaper, okay? I don't want anything to do with him. Even though I do need a father figure. If he was cool, then yeah, obviously. But he's not. He's really not. I don't know how the weed would help, or how the bathroom break would help him. It might make it worse. It might make everything worse. I'm gonna go maybe. A lot of these decisions weren't easy, right? We had to throw an easy one in there, and that's Adam, Eve. Oh. Thought I wasn't smoking with this bitch. You must have a tumor the size of Uruguay inside your cerebral cortex, okay? That's a crazy thing to assume. Of course, dude. Of course, bro. I would do anything. I would do anything to have my lips touch the same thing that this bitch's lips touch, okay? Anything. Even though that's an obvious yes, we're gonna have to deal with her new BF, Mark Grayson, Invincible. Now, you know, the show's named after him. And, you know, he has a pretty cool name. It doesn't really make sense. He's, like, strong and he can fly. So why is he called Invincible? Like, I can see him just fine. So could have picked a better name. The new suit definitely goes hard. I even like the first suit, honestly. But the second suit goes hard. Invincible, not that cool, right? This media these days, just trying to discredit some good people, right? With that being said, in most cases, I would say yes, actually. The only problem is his bitch is going to be in the rotation, too. With his crash out energy this season, I don't think I can deal with it. Plus, he's going to show me up in front of the Huz. I already have to deal with the Rex, too. However, if we do this very specific period in time, that being post-Rex and Eve breakup, but pre-Mark and Amber breakup, I think we could do it. By the way, I kind of forgot to do Amber. So let's do her real quick. Maybe. Back to Mark. So yeah, if we do that specific time frame, I think we could do Mark, and I think I can pull Eve. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we might put Amber in the rotation too. So Mark is forced to pay less attention to Eve and more attention to Amber so he doesn't raise suspicions. I think that's the move. We're gonna do that. So this would be the rotation right here. Again, it was in that very, very specific time frame. Not a bad rotation if I do say so myself. Also, I'm gonna change something up. I was thinking about it. I'm gonna put Kid Omni-Man into the rotation. Might not be the safest thing, But if I got his brother there to keep watch, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? I'm not gonna pass it up. It's gonna make a good conversation. Plus, if I'm good with kids, that impresses the huzz. So that's gonna be it. You know, there's a lot of characters that I wanted to talk about. Battle Beast, Anissa. You know, we gotta keep it short and sweet. Actually, let's do Battle Beast and Anissa. Battle Beast maybe. Anissa? It depends. Is she trying to SA me? I'm gonna make a new tier. I'm gonna put depends if she's trying to SA me. So although this video is over, don't worry, the boy's gonna be consistently dropping. I mean, have you seen that upload schedule? God damn. If you like this, you might also like That's the Stuff, Self-Plug, another channel I'm a part of. Go check us out. I did some Pokemon raps, pretty cool. Just to get that appetite going, I'm gonna end this with a little freestyle. Mark Grayson is invincible? Then why can't I see it? If you're so strong, then when you fought your dad, why didn't you beat him? Feel like Komodo Dragon way I swallow these names. Drink in my cup, purple like Kid Omni-Man?
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
You think I was throwing explosives out my fingers the way I had him weave? Your bitch look like Amber, my bitch look like Adam Eve. Oh, fuck! Fuck, don't play with me, don't play with me. Think my wallet is immortal, way my money duplicate. My skin's bulletproof and my bullets shooting straight. You would think I was a train in season 1, way this freestyle don't stop. My dick Nolan Grayson, your dick more like robot. Ooh. Call me Doc Seismic, where I open a portal to hell. Call me Doc Seismic, my vibes are ringing bells.
Get him out of here.
Call me Cecil, cause when I lie you can't tell. Call me Alan the alien, because when you see me you think I'd smell. She battle beast on my thrag till I start to yell. You would think I'm Aquarius, way I'm smoking that kelp. Like the Guardians of the Globe, I think you'll need some help.
Get him out of here.
If you try to rap against me, you get hurt. Martian man, I'm not from this earth. Shrinking ray the size of my perk. Monster girl the size of my girth. Ville Trim where I birth. Midnight City my turf. Atlantis where I surf. My bitch like Amber, it ain't gonna work.